Well, what's going on, guys? It's me again, here with a bunch of fluffy butts. Actually, been waiting to do this video for a little while. Been wanting to do it about our chicken coop being built, but I thought what better time with it, with Chanticleer, with the egg prices being so high. Thought this would be a perfect time for me to go ahead and knock this video out on the chicken coop that Brittany and I built for her chickens. But I want to bring it back a little bit and tell you how we got involved with chickens. So Brittany's been wanting chickens for the longest time, and I was like, we don't have places for chickens, and really I just didn't want to deal with them. But last spring, I saw on Marketplace, because I'm always on Marketplace just looking for stuff, and I saw this lady, and I believe it's Mebin or Graham. She was selling her homemade built coop for $100. And it's this coop right here. Pretty tiny, but hey, it was a start. And I was like, $100, and she even gave us three chicks. Didn't know what sex they were, but gave us 3 chicks, and I was like, okay, well, it's golden. I can get the coop for $100 and 3 chickens, and I'll be done with the whole thing. Brittany will be satisfied, and we're good to go. Well, that's not how it happened. So it actually, I know, I hear you, buddy. So it snowballed from there. Basically, once we got the coop, Brittany was just like full steam. She wanted all of her chickens. So Tractor Supply, I think she even went to Statesville to get that guy. And it just snowballed. We had started with 3 chickens and ended up with like 15 chickens within like 3 weeks. I'm like, what is going on here? So I said, well, since this is her project, she wants the chickens and stuff, I don't mind helping with building the structure, building a bigger coop to house all the chickens. So that's what we did. We went ahead and started building this coop last spring. I think it was probably about April-May time frame, and no plans to it, just kind of brainstorm, watching YouTube and how other people have made their coops and made it more convenient for them. So basically the floor plan of this is very simple. It's a 4x8 because I didn't want to make that many cuts. So a sheet of OSB flooring, OSB floor, man, they distract me so much. Boards are 4x8. So basically this is a 4x8 sheet of plywood as the base of it, and then I just framed up around it. So I got a base with 2x4s, 2x4 bases, got 4x4 posts, and underneath you'll see I made the floor joists. Those are out of 1x2s. So basically everything else in this building was made from 2x4s that I stripped down. So I just ripped them in half to make them a 1x2. So reason why we put it up so high is to make it cleaning a lot easier. I saw like on other videos where they put it up and you can bring your wheelbarrow straight up under here, and then you can clean out the coop so much easier. You don't have to bend over or go in. But basically you'll pull it up under here, pull this board up, and then you just shovel it all out into it. But what makes it even better is with our gator, it's high enough where we can just bring it up the bed of the gator, bring it right under here, scoop it all up, and then take it to the back of the property and dump it into our little pile that we've got going on there. So that's why we have this one sitting up and just making cleaning easier. And this is the deep, I think it's the deep litter method, where you just keep putting shavings on top of it, pine shavings. And you can see Brittany just put some fresh one out yesterday, and they've already started messing in it. But on the inside, you can see I made the walls by the 1x2s. It's nothing special. And then just put a roof on top of it. A couple nesting bars where they get up there and roost. And we got 2 windows on here. So like I said, there's nothing special. Got 4 nesting boxes over here. And it's that simple. We also put linoleum on the bottom of here. I bought it for 25 bucks for a little sheet at Home Depot, and just staple it down on the bottom. That just makes the cleaning a lot more easier, and also just keeps your wood from rotting that much faster. But yeah, this is the side of it, side profile. And also at the end of this video, I want to show the pictures of Brittany and I building it, and also her using the gator when she was cleaning it out. I will say I made a lot of my cuts real tight on this, so when it came out here in the weather, the wood started swelling, so it's made everything real tight and kind of hard. So I need to come out here with a planer or a sander and sand some of these edges down, just to give some more room so everything will move freely, let the wood expand, and so forth, so on. I bought these little lights just to, at nighttime, motion censored, solar paneled, from Amazon. Little hook where you can get your basket for the eggs. Nesting box. I basically made these nesting boxes where the door comes down, which took me a long time to try to figure out how to just to get the measurements right and cut and put together. But this one, no eggs today. It's been a slow season for them. They did start laying now, but this nesting box, I made it from the side because I heard somebody talking about how if a chicken is on their eggs, it's better to come up from beneath them than from up top. And reason being is most chickens, if you're coming from the top raising it up, that the predators are used to prey coming from up top. And I don't know, I just bought into it. But I'll be honest with you, I've seen, I don't know how many people have coops that the lids come up and don't have an issue with it at all. So if I'd had anything else other to do this again, I'd have made it where my top just lifts up, keeps you from having to bend down a lot more. But it's just a simple concept. You just put I can't even know what you call it, a hinge up here, and you just be able to lift it up. It's been so much simpler than making these doors. You can already see where some of it's starting to give away a little bit, so I picked that up. But moving on, I put 2 windows in here. Again, I made these so tight that these windows are, I mean, you have to force them closed. So I've got to come over here and try to fix these. I put short screws in them. You can see where they popped out. So not the best construction on my part. I just need to put longer screws in there so it'll hold, which I should have done prior to this video, but just showing you all the real deal. I did put in this screen for predators also, and basically I made it to where it slides up and you can take it out. So if you needed to get on the inside of this coop from this side, you can. And sometimes they've been putting eggs down in this corner. Oh, look, Princey laid an egg down there. So I'll grab that out real quick. Go put that in here so I don't forget it. We've had one chicken that's been, she's actually for the last week or so been producing pretty well regularly each day. The other girls, they've yesterday was like the first time we came out with, I think Brittany brought in four eggs yesterday, which was shocking. But anywho, yeah, made this, nothing too special about it. I just wanted to make sure when you put it in here, you come up from the top and it just slides down. That way predators trying to get in here, they can't get in, but we can get in pretty simple. You just have to slide it all the way up to get in, for cleaning purposes, and I guess to get eggs when they're not using the nesting box. Coming up here to the front, got the door. Brittany immediately bought one of these electric doors that run off a timer, which has saved her a bunch of time. Not even have to come out here in the mornings and having to close them up at nighttime. So that's perfect. We have it set on, I think 7 in the morning, and then I think 7 at night right now with the time change. Makes life a lot much easier. I think we spent, or she spent, about 130 bucks on that door alone, but I think it's kind of worth it. I got another window over there, the same system with the screen going up and down from it. Up here at the eaves, we just close it all in to make sure snakes can't get in there. And this thing right here, I want to talk about it real quick. I'm gonna try to get y'all out of this. Probably best to get on the other side, away from that sun. I thought it was going to be the genius idea, the fastest way of using piping for a run. And I think this is 3/4 inch piping. I was like, that'd be perfect. You just push it together and zip tie it together, and it'd be way faster. Well, I was wrong. It was actually took a lot longer. These zip ties take forever with my fat fingers trying to push them through and zip tie, and it took a long time, and it was expensive with all this piping. And see how flimsy it is. We get one snowstorm and this thing's going to collapse. So I would not do this again. I would definitely just frame it out with 2x4s, and then use a stapler, staple the wire on it, or mesh netting, or whatever you want to use. It'd have been a whole lot faster, and it would have been a whole lot sturdier. So I'm going to be in the process of taking this whole thing off. We really don't use the run anymore because they free range. You saw that out here in the dog lot. So there's really no need for this right now. So I need to just go ahead and get rid of it. And if I want to do a run, I would make it out of wood and staple on there. It'd be so much faster in that. So I wasted time. Couple other things. This is the first like building project that I've ever used where everything's 100% screws in it. So back here I built a building basically when my daughter was born, but I used, nails on all the, I think I nailed every single thing in that one besides the baseboard or the floor. This is the first one. I used all screws on it, and it saved me, to be honest with you. When we were moving this, and you'll see this in me moving it with the tractor at the end of this video, but when I first moved this, I had forks under it, and I thought I'd be able to move it without strapping it down. So I started moving it a little bit, and I went over a bump or something, and it just started teetering. I tried to set it down, and when I did, it just flipped over backwards, and I lost my religion. You know, I'm human. So it fell down. I was like, I knew I just destroyed this whole thing. I just built it, set it up, and nothing shifted. And I think it is 100% due to the screws. If this would have been nails, then that nesting box would have probably already been off, and the roof would have probably popped off as well. So that's a pro in using screws, taking your time, pre-drilling holes and screwing everything into this. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything. The paint scheme, you can tell is what my color and it's Brittany's. And backtracking a little bit, I would say Brittany has by far been the best at taking care of chickens. I just knew if we had chickens, it would wore off about a month or so, and then I'd have to be out here taking care of them. But she's proven and shown that, these are her babies. She loves these chickens to death. It's just crazy. And everything that has to do with chickens, she does it all. All I've done with this is help her build this. So me and her tag teamed it and built this thing. So I'm proud of her, and this is just like a start to, if we do have a little homestead, which is my retirement plan, to have a little farm that I know that we could both do it together. So I gotta stop doing that too. I do a lot of uhs and trying to figure that out a little bit. So that's it. That's a wrap. That's our chicken coop, and that's how we got into raising chickens so far. I think in the future, she's already ordered, I think last week she ordered a bunch of chickens to come in May, different types and variations. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to start them in the building, not incubating, so they're already big chickens or little chicks, but we'll see how that goes. And then we're also in the process of moving this coop somewhere else. I think we're gonna move it outside the dog lot, because with the dogs and the chickens in here, it's starting to wear out the grass and it's getting a lot muddier in here. So It's a lot on a little lot like this, but we'll make do. But other than that, hey guys, I appreciate y'all watching again. And after this, I'm gonna start throwing in the pictures and videos of us building it, and then also of her coming using the gator and cleaning this out, and see how simple that is. So with all that said, I appreciate it guys, and like always, y'all stay tuned.